3 days after the prophet died, a Jew came from Syria. The reason for his arrival was as he told it himself. That one Saturday while reading the Torah, he encountered the characteristics of the prophet in 4 places in the book. Because he really hated the prophet, he cut off all the characteristics of the prophet in those 4 places with a knife, then burned them. The following Saturday, he read his Torah Agi. Strangely, he again encountered the characteristics of the apostle, darkened, this time in 8 places. He was getting annoyed. He lost all the characteristics of the messenger of Allah again, then burned them. The following Saturday he read his Torah again. And he couldn't stop thinking because the character of the messenger of Allah turned out to be in 12 places. At that time he said in his heart, if I cut down on Muhammad's qualities in these 12 places, I might end up destroying the entire book of the Torah. Because the more it is thrown away, the more it will appear. Later the entire book of the Torah will become only Muhammad's character. Then he asked his friends about the messenger of Allah. All his friends said, Muhammad is a big liar, you should not look at him, and he should not look at you. By the Torah of Prophet Musa, he said, I hope you all will not prevent me from meeting him. Finally, his friends let him go to Medina to meet the Prophet. The decision is final. At that time he took his vehicle and left for Medina. Day and night he walked with the intention of immediately meeting the Prophet. And when he arrived in Medina, he met Salmon al-Farisi. Salmon, who has a dashing appearance, is mistaken by the Jew for the Prophet he is looking for. Are you called Muhammad? The Jew asked Salmon. Hearing Rasulullah's name mentioned, Salmon actually cried. He remembered Rasulullah who had just died. No, replied Salmon while crying, I am a slave to Muhammad Rasulullah. Where is the messenger of Allah now? Salmon thought. In his heart he said, if I say that the apostle is dead, maybe this person will be disappointed and go home. But if I say that he is still alive, it means I am lying. Salmon finally invited the Jew to meet the Prophet's friends who were at the mosque. The Jew thought that the Prophet Muhammad was in the mosque. He greeted, Assalamu alaikum, O Muhammad. Hearing the name of the Prophet mentioned, all the friends in the mosque burst into tears. They said, who are you? In fact you have just renewed our sadness. Our hearts are still hurt when our Prophet left us. Don't you know that the messenger of Allah died 3 days ago? How shocked the Jews were when they heard the news that the Prophet had died. He shouted, how sad my heart is. What a loss I have come here. It would be better if my mother had not given birth to me. Or if I was born to my mother. It would be better if I did not read the Torah. It would be better if I did not encounter her qualities in the Torah, or if I had to read her qualities in the Torah, it would be better if I found them and could see them. Then he said again, is Ali here? They answered, yes. Sayyidina Ali approached him. The Jew asked, is it true that your name is Ali? Yes, I am Ali, replied Sayyidina Ali. I found your name in the Torah. Please tell me about Muhammad's qualities. Sayyidina Ali described the characteristics of the Prophet as completely as possible. He even said that when the Prophet smiled, a ray of light radiated from between his teeth. That's right, said the Jew enthusiastically, that's the nature of what I read in the Torah. Are the Prophet's clothes still there? I want to kiss them. Sayyidina Ali told Salmon to take the Prophet's robe which was on Siti Fatima. When Salmon was about to ask for the Prophet's robe, Siti Fatima cried. Her 2 sons also cried because they remembered the Prophet. He also handed over the robe to Salmon after receiving the story about the arrival of the Jews from Syria. Sayyidina Ali immediately kissed the robe, then the friends took turns. Lastly, there was the Jew. He inhaled the extraordinary fragrance of the robe. The very fragrant smell of the messenger of Allah apparently still remained there. Then the Jew asked to be taken to the tomb of the Prophet. When he arrived there, he looked up, as if he wanted to say to the sky, "I testify, O my Lord, that you are the one from whom people ask for all their needs. And I testify that indeed the occupant of this tomb is your messenger, your beloved. I believe everything he says. O Allah, if you accept my Islam, take my life now." Immediately the convert collapsed. He died and was buried in the Baqi cemetery.